So when I made a video last year sharing my experience of living in Lithuania for 2 years, I had no idea it would become so popular. Looking at its performance at this moment, it's almost at 70,000 views. Wow. With the video's popularity, I thought I'd deliver more of the same content and provide an update for viewers, particularly as I have now lived a full 3 years in Lithuania, in the capital city of Vilnius, to be precise. There's one particularly big update in this video, so I hope you'll watch it in its entirety to find out what's going on. So what can I say? The YouTube channel has continued to be a fun side hobby and has given me some extra motivation to learn about Lithuania and really go in depth with some topics. Thanks to all of you out there who have subscribed and pushed the channel to over 10,000 subscribers. And a special thank you to the handful of patrons on Patreon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've learned so much about Lithuania in researching video topics, but also from all of your comments. On that note, to be honest, when I first made that video about Lithuania-Polish relations, I didn't fully know how sensitive the topic was. It's only through reading the comments on that video that I see it's an ongoing, tricky issue, politically and culturally. Overall, I think most Lithuanians and Poles get along and respect the current borders as they are, and there's just a few of those vocal Polish nationalists that can't let go of the fact that Vilnius is a Lithuanian city. At the same time, I doubt there's much that can be said to change their minds. And while I already knew that Russia and anything associated with Russia was a sensitive topic, I am reminded of this fact pretty much every week, either through video comments or learning more about Lithuania's history. And in learning Lithuanian history, or watching current events unfold, I'm just so proud of the fierce resistance Lithuania offers against Russian imperialism and this idea that a country can just invade another and claim it as its own. I'm proud of Lithuania's support of Ukraine's resistance and all of the bold and creative messaging it produces to reinforce this.
Even though we are in different countries, we both cherish freedom. We both are proud of our history. We both believe in democracy.
I attended Joe Biden's speech at Vilnius University in mid-July, and what he had to say about Lithuania was, well, pretty inspirational. Now, it's probably because he had a skilled team of speechwriters, but here's a bit of what he had to say.
Together with your brothers and sisters in Estonia and Latvia, you helped end the era of division through the power of connection. The Baltic Way, not the Berlin Wall, became the symbol for Europe's future. And later, when the Soviet tanks sought once more to deny your independence, the people of Vilnius said no, 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 no.
I'm really glad I could be there to see it live, even if it was through a screen just outside the actual courtyard where he was speaking. At least I got to see him wave through a car window afterwards. Anyways, daily life in Vilnius continues to be pretty good. I realize that I've been oblivious to the city's traffic problems for the last few years, mostly because I don't drive or get into a car during those busy times of the day. But a few times in the past year, I've come to see just how bad Vilnius traffic can get during those rush hour periods. Big intersections and traffic circles are a mess, and it's definitely something I try to avoid at all costs. Still, I'm more convinced than ever that life here is better than life in any major Canadian city. Violent crimes feel less likely, while the cost of living is actually realistic. No matter how awful you think housing prices are in any of Lithuania's cities, it's far worse in Canada's largest cities. In fact, I remember watching a news piece about a Canadian man who couldn't afford to rent a 2-bedroom space anywhere in the city of Vancouver. His salary was $75,000, or a little over 50,000 euros. That's just crazy.
He says he can't find a 2-bedroom apartment in Vancouver for less than half his salary.
How do I pay that? How do I insure my car? How do I buy food? How do I raise my child? How do I buy clothes?
I don't even make that much, and I feel like I'm able to live a fairly comfortable life in Lithuania. And I'm sure if I had to choose a place in a more distant suburb of Vilnius, things would be even more affordable. So truly, I think Lithuania is awesome when it comes to livability. It's probably something I shouldn't be broadcasting too much. After all, if more people come and rent apartments or buy property, prices are gonna go up, and things will become less affordable overall. Unfortunately, I think Lithuania is quickly losing its hidden gem status, and more people are finding out how awesome it is. Of course, the risk is that Vilnius eventually turns into an unaffordable medium-sized city like, say, Edinburgh, Scotland, but hopefully we are still years away from that level of craziness.
Rents in Scotland's biggest cities have risen significantly in the past year. In Edinburgh, letting a property will now cost you an average of almost £1,000 a month, and increasingly that's unaffordable.
On the topic of attracting foreign investment and foreigners, I am always aware of how sensitive the topic of language is. And more foreigners coming and speaking English while not learning any Lithuanian is only going to upset Lithuanians. It's one big reason for why I'm so keen on learning Lithuanian, even if I haven't had to use it too much in my own day-to-day life. After all, I work from home for a foreign company. But as Mark from Wolters World noted in my interview with him, learning the local language is the gateway to becoming a local and being accepted by locals of the country.
I really felt like I got integrated into a lot of families and friendships there, which was really cool. But it was one of those things I could see. I knew other international people that were there that did not have as good a time as I did not have the same kind of interactions that I did, but that a lot of them stayed more hanging out with other internationals there. Whereas I really made it a point, because when I lived in a lot of places around the world, I want to like live with the locals. I want to get to know the locals so I get to know the culture better. So that's how I kind of found it.
More and more, I'm able to formulate sentences and express my thoughts in Lithuanian, but my weakest area is comprehension and understanding what people are saying. It's just always too fast. But I know this takes time. And practice, of course. I've recently gained one additional, super important reason to learn Lithuanian, however. And it's this. Yep, I'm going to be a father in a few months. Crazy, right? Raising a half-Lithuanian child, I'm definitely going to need to learn Lithuanian to a level of fluency. So the pressure is on, and I just really hope that I can get to a decent level with the language 2 or 3 years from now. Apparently, I'm already at A2 level, so that's pretty encouraging. Yeah, raising a child is already one thing I'm inexperienced with. Doing it in a country where the local language and culture is so different from my own, that's a whole other challenge. I'm up for it though, but wish me luck. So what else can I say? Well, I'm just really happy to be here and to continue making videos and learn more about this little country. Maybe for the 4th year update, next July, we'll be celebrating like 15,000 subscribers. I don't know, but that would be pretty cool. Hopefully I can keep making videos once a week, even once we have a baby. We'll just have to wait and see if that's possible, I guess. But for the Lithuanian word of the day, let's go with something simple yet meaningful to me. Tėvas, which means father. Tėvas. Thanks so much for watching and continuing to support the channel. I'll see you next time.